Hello, this is Justin Woodall at Woodall Realty Group with EXP, and today I'm here. Our feature agent for this week is Michael Healy. So we're here just to learn a little bit more about him and his background. So Michael, tell me kind of how you got into real estate. How did you get started?
Well, I guess going back, when I was a kid, my dad was involved with rental properties. So my life, a lot of my memories are just going to random houses that he owned and fixing stuff, just being involved with that, seeing how he interacted with people as a landlord, and he cared about all these people. I think he was a wonderful landlord. So I guess it impacted me, and I knew I wanted to be involved in real estate in some way, shape, or form as I grew up. And as I got older, I realized there was more involved than just going to the post office and picking up checks. There was a lot that he did. But I wanted to do it, so I ended up going to UGA, graduated in 2007, and got started right away in real estate. It's the only thing I've ever done. So.
Okay, so you've been in real estate since 2007, so going on, I guess, about 14 years now.
That's it.
Okay, and so you started, and I knew you back then. You weren't working with us at the time, but you started back pre-recession, but then really gained some steam during the recession. So tell me a little bit about your background working in the foreclosure space.
So yeah, that's kind of where I got started. It was an interesting time. I guess it's fortunate because it's all I really knew. So we stayed very busy, and I learned a lot about changing markets and how to evaluate properties. We sold the company I worked with. It was a wonderful experience. We sold tons of foreclosures, and it was sad in a lot of senses, but it was really amazing to see help a lot of first-time home buyers buy homes for unbelievably good values, and then as we track down the road a few years, have all this equity in their homes, life-changing kind of equity. So it's been cool to be a part of that over the last several years.
Yeah, and it really was. So I guess you've seen a lot of those folks that bought homes, moved in them at that time, be able to sell, move that equity elsewhere, or I guess you've seen a lot of people be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. So what do you like best about selling real estate? Obviously, the market's a little bit different now, completely opposite actually. But throughout your journey, what's kind of been your favorite part, or what do you just really enjoy about real estate? What do you like best?
So I love to just be sort of independent. So I like not being chained to a desk, although some days I spend all day in the office. I do love that. Excuse me, independence, so I can have a flexible schedule. More than that, I love helping people, just listening to what people need and seeing how I can use what skill set I have to serve those needs. So mostly that's real estate. Like I said, I've been around it my whole life, and I love just figuring out not only what people tell me they want, but just kind of asking a few more questions and maybe providing some insight and helping them achieve what they want. So.
Okay, yeah, and you do a great job. I mean, you definitely serve our clients well. So what would you say is kind of what is your skill set maybe that's a little different than others, that maybe kind of sets you apart or makes you a little different from the average agent that's out there? What's your skill set? What makes you different?
So let's see. I guess some things that I've just really enjoyed doing over the last few years is just having a vision for property. So on the selling side, I've been helping a builder build some new homes, and it's just that's been a lot of fun, just having a vision for a property and what house plans would work best, and just being able to advise them in that. And then also just in land sales, that's been there's a lot of people that have been wanting to move to Oconee County for the school system and desire to get out of a subdivision. So that's the opposite of the new construction stuff. But so that's been helpful. We've been pretty successful in creating some estate lots in several different areas, and just having a vision for how to split them up and where to do it. So that's just a couple things I've been involved in.
Yeah, and I would say I do think that you've been able to see. Sometimes you're able to see things that other people maybe don't see, and see some value in some places. Can you maybe give an example of maybe something that you've done where a client really hit a home run because you were able to see something that somebody else didn't see?
There was one, it was so funny because we talked about this property. A friend of mine wanted to buy this property to do a tree farm. I was like, well, that sounds fun, I guess. And anyway, I looked at it and I was like, man, you don't know what you have here. It already has this zoning in place. Like, do the tree farm if you want. That sounds great. It's what you want to do. But if you ever wanted to do something different, like, you have the ability to create this many lots by right. All you got to do is do the survey. So whether that means you resell those lots or you could build your rental portfolio that you and I have been talking about wanting to do. So it was really cool to help them go, oh, I could do that. Like, yeah, it's already there. You just got to do it. So that was a cool thing. And then fast forward, he ended up not wanting to do the tree farm thing long term, and we did end up selling those lots. He made more money than he could have imagined making on that investment that he thought was just going to be for trees. So it was a really cool experience.
Right,
and
I guess
he's now turned that into owning 3 or 4 rental properties.
Right.
So,
yeah. So he used the money he made there to go into rental property, so which is going to continue to pay him year after year. Yeah. So that's a great story. And I guess really when he bought that property, the owner just really kind of didn't know what they had. Did
exactly.
They? Yeah. So you were able to see that, get him in it, and then he had multiple opportunities on what to do there. So that's a great story. That's a great way to help people truly build wealth with real estate, which is what we try to do. So we'll close it out. So if you had one piece of advice you could give somebody right now as far as buying or selling real estate, what would that one piece of advice be?
So I would say there are a lot of realtors, real estate agents out there right now, and my biggest piece of advice would be to work with someone that can add value to whatever you're trying to accomplish. So whether you're looking to buy a piece of property or sell, or well, it's one of those two, work with someone that will not only just hear what you're saying and what you want to do, but be able to take that and think it through years down the road and just give you the best advice possible. Because just like that guy with the land that didn't know what he had, you may be missing out on something. So if you're thinking about selling your house, sure, you could try for sale by owner, but gosh, don't do that without seeking the advice of a professional, because you may be really missing out on something. And same goes on the buying side. If you think I can do this myself without any help, or I could work with my cousin that just got their license, they could probably open the door for you, but I don't know if they'd be able to give you the best financial advice or whatever as far as the house or land or whatever it is you're looking at. So my biggest advice would be work with a team that can add value to whatever you're seeking to do. And that's something that I feel like here at Woodall Realty that we can do. Not only myself, but the team that Justin's established here. We value education and being knowledgeable about our local marketplace. So be happy to help you.
All right, well, good word. Well, if you're in the market to buy or sell, Michael Healy's one of our best agents here. He does a great job. Like you heard him say it, he always tries to add value to a transaction. So if we can do anything for you, a friend, family member, or coworker, you know where to find us.